When God's judgment comes for narcissist, their world falls apart. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a thought-provoking question. Why does it seem like narcissists always manage to sidestep accountability? Have you ever been frustrated watching a narcissist in your life manipulate others or behave harmfully without facing consequences? It can make you wonder if justice really exists for situations like these. In this episode, we'll explore the concept of divine justice and how it addresses pride, deceit, and manipulation. By the end of this discussion, you'll gain a clearer perspective on how God's justice operates in such scenarios. If you've ever questioned why narcissists often evade consequences while others pay the price, you're not alone. Let's dive into how God addresses these issues and discover how understanding this can strengthen your faith. If you find this topic engaging, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated. Your support helps us spread this message to those who need it most. Are you ready to see how divine justice confronts narcissistic behavior? Let's jump in. When I think about the intersection of fairness and manipulative behavior, one biblical story always comes to mind: Jezebel. She was the wife of King Ahab of Israel, known for her striking beauty, but also her ruthless nature. Jezebel worshipped Baal and stopped at nothing to achieve her goals, no matter who got hurt along the way. In modern times, we encounter individuals who embody the same traits, perhaps a domineering parent, an overbearing colleague, or a toxic friend. And let's be clear, this isn't limited to women. Anyone can exhibit these behaviors. So, what does God have to say about this? The Bible teaches us that God despises the worship of false gods, and Jezebel exemplified this kind of idolatry. Narcissists do something similar. They build a false image of themselves and expect others to revere it. This mindset is in direct opposition to what God desires. He calls us to worship Him alone. When someone behaves arrogantly or elevates themselves, they're going against God's design. If you've ever tried reasoning with someone consumed by pride, you'll know how quickly the conversation can spiral. It's like a fragile bubble waiting to pop under the slightest pressure. God repeatedly warns against idolatry, and Jezebel was no exception. Narcissists, too, are given opportunities to change. God's patience allows time for reflection and transformation. Jezebel's fate didn't have to be tragic. She had chances to turn her life around. This principle applies to everyone. Sometimes we sense that something in our behavior needs correction. Ignoring those warnings can lead to serious consequences, but listening can bring growth and renewal. Take Jezebel's story further. When the prophet Elijah confronted her, she didn't repent. Instead, she lashed out, even threatening his life after he revealed God's power on Mount Carmel. This reaction is typical of a narcissist. They hold on to grudges with an iron grip. Ignoring them doesn't make them forget. Their anger lingers. But here's the reassuring part. God always has a plan. He desires everyone to find the right path, sending reminders and messengers to guide us. The waiting period during these warnings can feel endless, especially when things seem to worsen instead of improve. Many people wonder if their efforts are in vain. But hold on. God's justice is unwavering, and it will come to pass in due time. Take a closer look at Jezebel's story. It's a clear demonstration of God's unwavering justice. Despite her power and manipulative schemes, she couldn't escape her fate. In the end, Jezebel was betrayed by her own people, thrown from a window, trampled by horses, and left to be devoured by dogs. You'll find the full account in 2 Kings 9. Our downfall serves as a stark warning. Defying God and harming his people leads to inevitable consequences. Now, think about that narcissist in your life, the one who treats manipulation like a sport, disregards others, and twists the truth to suit their needs. Just like Jezebel, their actions will catch up with them. While we may not know exactly how it will unfold, justice is certain. Their reckoning might not be as dramatic, but God's ways of delivering justice are always effective. For a narcissist, it could mean a lifetime of loneliness, unfulfilled desires, and an endless craving for validation. This is why so many narcissists seem to unravel as they age. God may allow them to live in the consequences of their toxic behavior, forcing them to confront the chaos they've created. While it might feel like justice takes its time, rest assured, they're living through their own suffering. Picture waking up every day with an unshakable emptiness, constantly chasing happiness that remains out of reach. Narcissists thrive on making others miserable. But their seemingly perfect lives are often nothing more than an illusion. Beneath the surface, they're trapped in their own torment. Here's the good news. God has a way of bringing balance to the chaos. He can transform your sorrow into joy and turn mourning into celebration. Trust in His justice. This isn't about pitying narcissists. They're responsible for their own actions and will face the consequences of their choices. Their lives often spiral into a cycle of pain, anger, and an insatiable void that no amount of attention can fill. It's a harsh reality, but one they've built for themselves. Have you ever known someone who seems to have it all together, but is actually living a personal nightmare? That's the narcissist's reality. They feed off attention and admiration, but eventually, people catch on to their facade. Over time, they end up alienated. Friends and family pull away. Even their children may distance themselves. While they might play the victim and blame others, deep down, they're aware of the truth. Their destiny is often one of isolation and misery. Before you go, remember that dealing with someone who has hurt you deeply is never easy. However, enabling their behavior won't change their path unless they choose to take responsibility and grow. While the faces of narcissists may change, God's steadfast support remains. You're not alone in this journey. Many have struggled with similar challenges and found strength through faith. If you're navigating a difficult relationship, I've created a free resource to help. You can access it by clicking the link in the description below. And if you found today's discussion meaningful, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with others who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more people and make a greater impact. Thank you for being part of this community. Together, we'll face these challenges and draw strength from our shared experiences. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing together.